Alright, what's going on, guys? It's GCP here, and as you guys know, Modern Warfare has not been an easy game, especially for the rusher, people who like to move around in this game. Obviously, you have a lot of tools at the camper's disposal with the loud footsteps, the doors, the claymores. You also have windows, the mounting. I mean, it's really endless, the amount of tools that these campers have to be able to do really well in this game. I don't know whether it was the developers' idea to have it be this way, or it was Activision, or whoever the case it was, or it just came out to be that way. But to me, I feel like it was a really difficult year this year so far to play Modern Warfare as somebody who does like to move around, who does actually like to rush. But one of the things I've learned, especially playing this game for about 6 days and 3 hours to be exact, is that we have to adapt and overcome. Now, take it how you will with that saying, because I know a lot of people are just done with it. A lot of my subscribers as well have told me that they're just done with this game. I mean, obviously, if it's going to cater to the campers, if it's not going to cater to rushers, it does not accommodate all playstyles like the developers said it would before the game came out, then they're just done with it. And a lot of people have moved on. A lot of people have moved on to World War II. A lot of people have moved on to Black Ops 4. A lot of people have moved on to other games. And I don't blame them. I really don't. The thing for me is, and again, this is just me. Now, you don't have to follow suit with what I do, but this is just my perspective and just what I am personally doing as far as how I'm adapting to this game, is that if I consider myself a decent player, now I'm not going to say I'm a great player because I'm not. I'm really not. I'm a decent player. I can hold my own. I do fairly well. I have to play to this game's meta. You can play this game in two ways. Either you can adapt in the form of camping, use these tools that this game is giving you as far as the camping goes, and you control people if you want, even if you're not a fan of camping per se. You could just camp just to anger other people, to trigger other people, and you can play that way. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. That's how the developers wanted us to play this game. That's what they put forth as far as what they wanted in this game. Or you can adapt a different way, which I kind of have been doing. I've been rushing, but in periods or brief periods and bursts of moments in this game. Obviously they have dead silence in the game, but I don't know why they put dead silence as a field upgrade rather than a perk. So you can't rush in this game 24/7, which is very unfortunate, right? So you can only activate dead silence once it pops up in your field upgrades. And when it does, you could definitely rush during that time. But even then, even if your footsteps are silent, most of the time, if people are already perched up somewhere or are already ADSing or mounted up somewhere, and they're already looking at that line of sight, then pretty much it doesn't matter if they can't hear you, they could definitely see you, right? So they already have an advantage there. But there are brief moments of time where you can come around them, flank around these people, and definitely get them that way with dead silence. But another way that I have been adapting to this game is I've been playing to this game's meta with the weapons. As you guys know, most of my gameplays have been using the M4, the MP7, these guns, and also the MP5. These guns have been the meta in this game, I think. And obviously, using these powerful weapons and having the right attachments especially makes a big difference. I mean, you could also just use these weapons outright and put any attachments on it, but you're not going to dominate unless you have the right attachments on it. ADS speed should be the priority. As you guys know, a lot of these attachments really hinder the ADS speed, which doesn't make any sense to me. Again, like I said before, it caters to campers in this game. So that way, the people who are not rushing, they don't have a high ADS speed, so they're just going to lay down somewhere or just going to hide somewhere. It doesn't matter if they have a fast ADS speed or not, because they're not going to be running and gunning, right? But anyways, for those of us who are running and gunning, ADS speed is crucial to be able to dominate in this game, especially when you're going to be running around and trying to kill multiple enemies. You're going to have your sights up come up really quickly, especially with those fast reflexes if you're going that direction, and that's exactly what has helped me do well in this game. Another thing that I've been using at my disposal are the C4s. A lot of times people will camp up in windows, a lot of people will camp up in certain spots that are hard to reach unless they have their line of sights on you. So in order to flush them out, you guys have been seeing by my gameplays, I've been using a lot of the C4s, and those C4 kills are just so satisfying. They're just so fun to use, and it's so satisfying to be able to kill a camper and flush them out with those C4s. I mean, let me tell you guys, I mean, if you guys are not running the C4s, especially paired up with shrapnel that gives you 2, it's something that you need to do. Trust me on that one. Also, I just want to pan out to my KD so that way you guys can see exactly what I have, because I'm not a super crazy good player. I just want to pan over so that way you guys could actually see what type of KD I have, so that way you guys can see exactly what I'm dealing with and what type of stats that I currently run with. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, I have a 1.73 KD. It's obviously not a 2.0, so I'm not that great. My kill streak, my highest kill streak is 19. So as you guys can see, I'm obviously not in the top tier of players if I can't even break 2.0 KD, but I still come across some very, very sweaty players. So take that for what it is. Obviously, you just have to adapt to this game in kind of a different light than most typical Call of Duty games go. So that's exactly what my KD looks like, in case you guys were wondering. So yeah, that's one thing that I will tell you guys right now, is that even though I don't have that 2.0 KD, I still come across a lot of sweats in this game because of that skill-based matchmaking, and that's the problem with this game. They have a thick skill-based matchmaking, and I will keep talking about how thick and how bad the skill-based matchmaking is in this game, and how it does not belong in pubs. It really doesn't. Like I said many times before, if you want to put skill-based matchmaking in the game, then make a separate ranked playlist. Another way that I have been adapting to this game that has given me an advantage is using a elite controller. Now, you don't have to have an elite controller per se to do well, but it has actually allowed me to drop shot people quite a bit in this game and slide and shoot, and not take my finger off of the aim or my right thumbstick. That way I can fire and I can destroy people and shoot people at the same time while I'm not compromising my aim. So that's another reason how I have been doing really, really well so far as outplaying my opponents in this game. And I mean, you can look up different types of controllers. It doesn't have to be an elite controller. I'm playing on the Xbox, of course. If you're playing on the PlayStation or something like that, then you can go with the SCUF. And even if you're on the Xbox, you can go with the SCUF controller or anything else that has paddles on the back. And also I have the trigger stops, very sensitive, so they're like, I barely have to push them down to be able to fire, so that way I could get my shots off a lot faster. So just certain things I've been using to my advantage to be able to do really well in this game. And of course, this is something that you don't have to do. I mean, if you're just tired of this game and you don't enjoy playing it, then of course you don't have to play it. I mean, it's just as simple as that. You don't have to play it. You could also use tactical, I think, as far as the button layout goes, to be able to do well in this game. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do, but personally, I said that if I'm going to be playing this game, the latest Call of Duty game, then I could just, one, cry about it, which I have cried about it plenty of times, and I still will, but at the same time, I can adapt and do better. I mean, I'm going to use the tools that I have to my advantage to be able to dominate in this game. And the majority of the time, even though this does not cater to my play style, I still am able to do fairly well as far as my KD goes. And that's one thing. Don't worry so much about your KD, but for the players who do worry about their KDs, use these certain things to your advantage, and you don't have to rush 24/7 like a chicken with their head cut off. You could wait brief periods of time, especially when you're on a kill streak or nearing a kill streak, to be able to just slow down. Hide for a little bit, maybe sound horror a little bit as well, and use these tools to your advantage. You don't have to rush 24/7. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Let me know some other tips that I might have missed to help a rusher out. But if you guys enjoyed the tips, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And also don't forget to hit the bell to be notified whenever I upload. Thank you guys so much for the support and watching the video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. This is GCP, signing off.